Looks like they're all readied up. And I know that Vane is readied up, so we're going to be getting right into things here. Vane, Beware Mob. So it should be some interesting matches, especially tonight. I know that we have this matchup first, and then I do believe it is... I just want to make sure I have it right. Oh, I also got to make sure I got these commands in here. See, I wasn't ready for this. Hold on. Bands. Looks like it's gonna be the Capitale first, so that makes a lot of sense for Oregon.
Yeah, especially because Vocal is on Vane.
Yes.
Formerly known as IF. He's a pretty proficient Capitale player, so it really makes sense that they're gonna go ahead and take Capitale off the board. It's gonna allow Mira to play in that cubby a lot more safely, and just overall give a lot more flexibility to the anchors on site. With the new Capitale buff, it's like really difficult to play in sight sometimes because of the fire bolts. So.
Yes, especially on especially like you said on the basement site, in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
So it looks like Ying will also be banned. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Normally you see a Ying ban, especially by like teams like IF, I guess Vane and 95. Just because Ying is a difficult operator to deal with, just because there's not really any counter except for Jaeger. To be honest, I mean, you could shoot the Candelas, but I mean, it's a lot harder to do that on a controller than it would be on a M&K.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that Beware chose to leave Echo on the board. So now with Echo being on the board along with Valkyrie is pretty prevalent on Oregon. I think this could come down to which team utilizes the IQ better, as I see IQ really being a powerful operator on this map, and as I say that, Azur's going to go ahead and bring out the IQ. So finding these Val cams and then also spotting the Echo drones is really going to be crucial. Sure Maverick's going to go ahead and lock in the Tachanka pick, so interesting pick here for Laundry.
Alright, everybody. Well, welcome to...
Is he going to 6-pick off of it? No, he's not. So
wow.
Maverick's going to lock in the Tachanka for the first round. Interesting to see what kind of strat... Oh, no, wait. Just kidding. He's not going to lock in Tachanka.
Oh, yeah. You got me excited there, bro. I was hoping for the Tachanka plays for Mavericks.
Oh,
wait, what? What? So, oh god,
bro.
Us
out.
He's just keeping us on our toes, you know.
Yeah. He's watching the stream, just trying to make us look stupid.
Exactly, and yeah, he definitely makes us look stupid with the. What is it? Was that the Gush? Even as well? I don't think it was, but it looks like they're going for an interesting roam strategy all the way over in Kitchen, with castles and everything. So they're really going to try to hold down on this roam clear from the west side, which IF is known for. So it should be interesting to see exactly how IF decides to deal with this, because I don't think I've ever really seen a roam strategy so far into Kitchen on a basement setup.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's really two ways to push into Oregon, like you said. A lot of teams either go from the tower, like you see Empire do in Pro League, but Mavericks is going to actually go for an early spawn peek. Doesn't see anyone, so will choose to go away. So yeah, like I said, you can either go through the tower or you can take it from the west side, and those are like the two main ways that people take the meeting hall approach. But it looks like Vane is actually going to be going for an east side take here, so curious to see where Mav's going to set up the Tachanka turn and just try to hold down.
I don't know. I don't even know where it is.
He put it down. I don't know where he put it though. That's interesting.
Is it in like tower? Oh, it's in tower. There it is. Tower. Oh, he's got the. Oh, that's actually not a bad play. It's got the angle into meeting, so he'll be able to catch anybody.
Could get a free pick right here if Mello is not careful, but it looks like no. He will drone it out, and Focal's going to get the easy kill onto Mavericks right there. So some poor positioning right there from Maverick. Just going to get a free kill for Focal right there at the very beginning. Ex-teammates right there, played with me for a long time. Looks like Mav is going to be on the losing side of that gunfight, and that's a huge kill right there, because now Vane now has control of the entire tower, which will set them up good to dealing with this meeting hall hold.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, all they have to really do is now mess with the castle. Yeah, the castle inside of meeting. I mean, he does have rotation holes over into the kitchen, so he could rotate back over there and just go for an extended roam setup, but it looks like with no Cade on the defense, they're just going to be going straight for the hatch. Getting rid of those meat jammers and opening up easily will be Mellow. So already looks like a good setup here so far.
Yeah. Curious that they chose to bring the Bandit and the Mute. Really interesting. I guess they just want to play the double Nitro and Bandit is just the most comfortable operator, but they have a lot of nitros on the board here, so not all is lost for Beware right here. They can still stop this plan from going down. Now it's going to be up to Vane to use the remaining time to try and bait out some of this utility. And it looks like, as I say that, Melo's going to be planting. He's not planting on the default spot, so it's good for the defenders, but Tuxie hits a nice shot through the smoke onto the plants. Now Vivid can't cover this with Glaz and plant at the same time, so nice, well played right there from Tuxie to shut down that plant, and now it's a 4v4, but Lethal Damage did take a lot of damage from that last plant, so now Focal, his turn to go for the plant. Do they still have the nitros to stop this? The plant will be going down soon. Wide swing, missing a few shots is Vivid.
Ooh.
1 HP, a nice C4 there, but the plant does get stuck.
Oh!
And a great retake here from Beware, but the Nomad will go off. It's all up to Azure on the IQ. He does get one. It's now a 1v3. He gets another one on the stairs, lights him up, but they will be sticking the defuse right here. Can Azure stop them from sticking the defuse? They have one on the stairs. He shoots the one down, so now it's a 1v2. Oh, he cannot stop the person on the bomb. A nice try there from Azure, but a great retake from Beware.
Yeah, definitely a chaotic round there to the end. I'm not really sure how that Nitro Cell landed all the way over to the and killed the Glaz, but wasn't able to hit that defender. So that was...
Yeah, maybe he might have missed it a little bit because Vivid was like on super low HP, so maybe he like threw it a little bit too far to the right and it like just barely caught
Yeah.
Vivid,
But either way, still an excellent retake there by Beware after the plant had already gone down.
Yeah, even though they did allow the plant to go down, they did a great job of really retaking the site and making sure that not all was lost. And honestly, I thought at the beginning of this game that it was going to be more in favor of Vane, but even with the Tachanka pick, I'm not sure what to call it, but just unlucky placement there, especially at the beginning where Tuxie hit that shot through the smoke. That was a really influential kill on the round right there.
100%. I 100% agree with that, but again, it looks like they're going to be going now to the top floor, I believe. Yeah, kids and master, or not master, but kids and bunks. They also have the Ella shotgun this time, so no Tachanka from Mavericks, but he will be rocking that signature Ella shotgun with the angled grip. Oh no, actually no angled grip. No angled grip.
Got the vertical grip on.
And I remember this was the big play. This was the big deal against 95 when they beat 95. Like when you guys beat 95 back when I first started casting. I remember Mavericks had ran the angled grip on the Ella shotgun. I remember that was such a big deal because a bunch of other people started doing it as well. But.
Yeah. I mean, when you're just kind of hip firing with the Ella shotty,
you don't really need to aim down sights.
Grip, you know? Yeah.
No.
But yeah, Mav's definitely a really good shotgun player, and just like playing stairs in general, he's like mastered almost the angles on the stairs that you need to put himself in great positions. But it looks like Vane will be going for another tower push here, and they don't have to contest anybody quite yet, and this looks like this will be the spearhead of their push as the tower is free for them to go ahead and repel in.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like it's gonna be a consistent push, just like you said with how Empire chooses to push things. They normally come from the tower for any sort of attack here on Oregon, unless it's a kitchen hold, kitchen and dining. And normally you'll see people just come from small tower, but it looks like the big tower is gonna be the focus for Vane. Gonna try to use these air jabs from Focal to try to cut off any of these rotates and runouts. So, as it looks like they're not going to lose anybody too early in the round, will be Beware. But only a minute and a half left in the round, just about, and they're just not making their way into Attic. So, they're going to also have to use some another set of hard destruction on this next wall, and it looks like Lethal Damage is going to be bandit tricking that as well. So, the only way that they're going to be able to get in there is if Melo uses the last set of X Kairos. So, it'll be interesting to see how he's going to work with that.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going for a kid's window pushes. Azure gets an Echo drone there. That's a big play. Vivid will go for the nade kill, and he will not get it. Echo is downed. Two quick kills there for Enrio and Focal, and it is now a 5 versus 2 with one person being down. They're gonna get another kill, so now it's all up to Tuxie with the SMG-11 and the shotgun. Can he do anything to salvage this round, or will it be an easy lockout for Vane?
It looks like Vivid's gonna just rappel right in. He still doesn't know that the Echo has been downed, I don't think, right behind him, so he's gonna let him live for the time being as Tuxie is gonna be rotating all the way downstairs and then back up the main stairs, seeing if he can't catch anybody off guard. But the plant is starting to go down from Vivid. They have people on the highway windows. It's going to be up to, I believe, Mello here to try to cut off this rotation. He spots the smoke, and yep, that's an easy kill for Mello. And finally the finish off onto Morality.
Yeah, that was a really interesting round right there. I'm not sure how Vocal and Inrio got those 2 opening picks, but additionally with the nades coming out from Vivid right there, really well placed nade from him. And from that point on, it was really just a 5v2 and the site was clear and they just repelled in and took it. So not sure how those 2 initial picks were given up, but I'd like to see maybe a little bit more downstairs presence in the kitchen. Shooting up through the floor maybe and watching those angles on the kitchen windows or on the dorms windows. My mistake, but also with there being no claymores in the game, it sets out for an opportunity for a lot of runouts. So if they want to take a more aggressive approach on their defenses, they could definitely use that as one of their options.
I definitely agree with more of a downstairs roam, especially against this kind of take, because if you have those holes pre-placed in the ground, you can catch anybody that's trying to repel in, and it just gives the attackers another avenue that they have to deal with. Because I mean, it's you can't get that angle from like upside down on repel all the way down into kitchen through the floor. So as long as it's being held properly by the defender. But
yeah, it's a really powerful position downstairs in the basement, or not in the basement, in the kitchen, as with those holes opened up, it really prevents the defense from doing exactly what Vane did last time, which is just repelling right on through. And also it keeps them on their toes, as the defenders could choose to run out of that dining door at any moment. But it seems like I've noticed that it looks like Beware really loves shotguns, so they have Valk Shoddy, Ella Shoddy, Mute Shoddy, and then the 2 German operators. So really close quarter combat here is definitely going to be on the side of Beware, which is good for a map like Oregon where there's not a lot of linear angles. It's more close quarter combat and really close engagements a lot of the time.
yeah, again, it looks like it's going to be tower attack. And like you said, it doesn't really bode well for one of the attackers if they're going to get close quarters with one of the defenders, especially since they're bringing 3 shotguns to a kid's bedroom defense. And it looks like they're going to choose to not waste the X-Kairos on a soft wall this time inside of attic. So Vivid's just going to sledgehammer that open, so that way Mello can use those X-Kairos on the attic wall leading into the main hallway. So a little bit more better use of utility, I'd say, from Vane this time around. So
yeah, so it looks like Focal is going to know that the runouts are possible from the defense, and he's going to already have 2 of his 3 air jabs down. Azur's going to be looking for some Val cams here, but unable to spot any outside cams. So like I said earlier, Azur really doing a great job on the IQ so far, as the Val cams haven't seemed to have made a very big impact on the round yet. And he's also been able to get multiple Echo drones we've seen. He will spot out the Gersma and the Valkyrie cam, so it looks like the defense is going to be putting more of a downstairs presence, as I believe I see one in basement too. Azur will spot someone on their cam, but it looks like the offense is going to go for the exact same push as they did last time, with the kid's bedroom being the main focus of the attack.
yeah, and whoa, there's some interesting destruction
Looks
there.
like Inrio here just going to be opening up the small tower, trying to put some pressure on that kitchen hold of the defense. Yeah, the attack only has about a minute left to work with, and it will just be more drone work here from Vane, as they do get it down onto Morality, and it looks like Vivid will be able to finish this off. So some great window play from Vivid so far in this game, and that will be his 2nd kill on the windows. Last time with the projectile, and this time showing that he's got that gun skill too. So really good window play from Vane here, and with Inrio holding off the downstairs presence, it looks like it might just be another easy swing in for Vane, with no one really being able to contest this. And as I say that, lethal damage will get picked from the big window. So now, as I say that, Vivid repels into the site. We'll be going for a plan. Nice run out there from Suppressor, but it might be too late, and it looks like it will be a 4v2 with one person way off site. Focal gonna get in a gunfight, and he will win it. So now it's a 4v1 with Tuxie on literally 1 HP, and Vivid will clean that up right there pretty easily.
Definitely not the site, I'd say, for Beware, as even on the basement side, it didn't even look like they had control for much of that round. It really just came down to a good retake and good plant denial from Beware. But in the grand scheme of things, it looks like Vane has this attack down. Repel on the big windows, clear out tower, clear out the bottom of kitchen, clear out dining. And once you've cleared out dining, there's no way for anybody to deny that plant. And especially when you have a man like Inrio who will literally die on the flank watch. And I think he's probably one of the best flank watchers there is. He's very patient and he's able to hold that angle for a very long time. But
yeah, Enrio really plays the flank watch role like to perfection, honestly. If you watch him stream in his first person a lot of times, he really knows when he wants to go make that play and get off of the flank watch and when to be sure to have his teammates back. Because sometimes if it's like you're at a man disadvantage, you can't just sit there and watch flank the whole game. You have to kind of go make a play. And I think Enrio is one of the best players I've seen on Xbox that just know when it's time to make a play and then when it's time to hold down that flank. So it looks like Beware is going to go for that exact same strategy where they try to hold on to the meeting from kitchen dining side. So let's see if Vane will be able to clear it out as easily as they did last time, as there is no Tachanka this time, so it looks like Mavericks is probably on the Jaeger and will be able to hold down Big Tower a little bit easier. And if you're Beware, you have to know that Big Tower is going to be the focus for Vane, as that's the side that they've attacked from every single round so far.
yeah, so I mean, you obviously have to expect that it's going to be a tower take, and it looks like some of these cameras are going to gather some intel for that. But again, I'm not sure how, if you're Beware, you stop this attack. As it looks like it might just be through the main lobby this time. As it doesn't look like anybody's going to be going towards the back. They could just walk down main stairs even. It doesn't look like anybody's really watching this. Tuxie is still setting up intel here, and Melo's going to be able to drone this out. So the Mute Jammer's like not denying drone work as of right now, really.
It looks like Vane is kind of read into the fact that really the only hold here from Beware is that meeting hall hold. So with Enrio here, able to watch the flank from this site, and Beware essentially castling themselves into meeting by reinforcing both walls. They've essentially just put themselves in a box here, and they're just going to allow Vane to walk down the main stairs and start to go for this plant. So while they are going to achieve their goal in holding meeting hall, I'm not sure if that's the best of strategies for Beware, as now Vane has essentially just locked them in a kill box in the meeting, and it will be very easy for them to hold the flank down. And Focal looks like will be going backside, making sure that no one flanks from kitchen, although Suppressor's in a very good spot to get an easy kill here.
I don't think they've even droned him out yet. It looks like, yeah, Focal is going to be doing that now, so he will spot the castle inside of kitchen. And that's going to cause for the attack to start to, or at least a flank watch onto him for the time being, as it looks like, yeah, Vivid's going to start to walk down the main steps. I assume he's going to start to gas out the room here, and we'll let Melo go for the plant as he just covers any of the nitro cells that might come into play. And Melo's going to go for the plant on the steps, but getting shot in the side, as it looks as though, yeah, Suppressor's going to get one kill onto Focal, but the plant's still getting stuck by Melo. Vivid's trying to cover it as best he can, but the nitro cell comes flying through. It doesn't hit anybody, so a good stick there from Melo. It's going to have to be a retake now from Beware. The Glass of Vivid is still trying to fire through all the smoke, but the shotgun from the Valkyrie comes flying through, finds one, but Inrio tries to get the refrag. It's Tuxie upstairs now, trying to get the frags onto any players, but the last two are playing very safe. One in garage and one is on the main steps. He's aware of the diffuser getting knocked out here, but the Jaeger inside of kitchen is denying a lot of pressure. Nobody's going to be going for the anti-diffuse, and no! None of the attackers in a position to kill the diffuser. Morality just sticks it. Pros don't fake, and he shows you why you should never fake on something like that. He trusted his teammates to cover, and they did.
Yeah, that was a huge kill from Castle in that round right there, as getting the kill on Focal, who was on flank watch there, really impactful frag, allowed Mavericks to rotate through meeting hall and hold the stairs. So essentially both of them were trapped in garage, or one was trapped in garage and one was trapped on the top of the stairs, and they were in no position to deny the counter diffuse without exposing themselves to Mavericks. So a really good retake, I'd say, from Beware. But if you're a Focal there, I'm not really sure how, but essentially you just got to win that gunfight right there, as that really opened up the round for Beware, as it looked like it was going to be an easy plant and post-plant situation for the defense, or for the attack, I mean. But yeah, let's see how they do on kitchen, as they choose not to go to kids dorms after suffering two pretty easy attacks defeats from Vane.
I definitely agree with this choice, because if you look at the attacking setup here, I mean, the only thing they have really to open that wall is the Hibana, so they're gonna have to be, and the Cade is gonna be able to Maverick, or I guess Cade trick that. So it's gonna be definitely not having the thermite. The hole is gonna be a lot smaller, and it's going to be a lot harder for the push to come in through that small tower wall. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how Beware decide to set this defense up, as Lethal Damage is just showing us his little shimmy here with that nice Glacier skin.
Lethal Damage is ready for this round to start, and let's see what he's got for us, as he will be playing the Pulse. So really a lot of information gathering here for the defense, as they do choose to bring the Pulse and the Valkyrie. Like you said earlier, yeah, with the Hibana being on the board instead of Thermite, the holes are going to be a lot smaller, so that's really going to make the angle play very important here for the attack, as they are limited in their selection of which reinforced walls they can open. As if they want to use all 3 of them on that wall, then they can't use any of them anywhere else. And yeah, so the hole will definitely be a lot smaller, and it looks like they will be going for this Cade trick, but Focal on the side wall will be able to stop it very easily. Maverick might be able to get a kill here onto Azure, but no, Azure will back off. Mavericks here going for the Cade trick. Not sure if there's anyone able to stop it from outside, but the Thatcher probably will be able to deny it. And the Cade does go down. Are they aware of the Cade going down? He will light it. And
and it stopped it.
Oh, I think he destroyed it.
He got all 3 of them. He got all 3 of the Kaids, or all 3 of the Septipellas.
Okay, so wow, that is huge right there for the defense, as now essentially the attackers are going to be forced to funnel through these 2 doorways right here, as Vivid wasn't there in time to stop the electric ball from going off. And now this is going to be a really difficult attack here for Vane, as they're essentially just going to have to funnel through the doorways, and with Lethal providing all of this intel on the Pulse, they're going to know exactly where the push is coming down. Morality going to get a little brazen right there with that run out. Now there's 2 of them sitting in the bathroom right here. So it looks like Vane is not really sure what to do here. A little bit of missed shots, and Vivid does get a kill onto Lethal Damage, and Maverick's going to be taking some HP away, and he will lose his head to Focal.
What?
So an ill-advised peek there, and somehow Vane is going to make this work, and now it's a 5v2.
Oh no.
As I say that, Beware's going to start to fight back, and it's an essential 3v2 with 1 being down.
Oh!
Oh, a nice shot there from Tuxie, so now a 2v2 with 1 operator down. Bathroom control still in favor of Beware. Vane Mellow in a 1v1 with the shotgun. So like I said earlier, this close quarter combat is really going to favor this Valk shotgun right here. So let's see if Mellow can win this gunfight just outright, but I think it's going to be really difficult right here.
A lot of
Azur's going to get the crossfire, and they want to get the crossfire, but no, Tuxie with the pistol, going to make it a 2v1, all down to Mellow. Will Mello be able to win this fight onto the shotgun operator? He's going to take 2 1v1s here with the bearing. No flashbangs, but no! Morality will wide swing it, so a 1v1. Mello versus Tuxie. Tuxie's been the hero of this round. Can he get the last kill here? Really going off this game, as the diffuser is outside, so Mello is going to have to take this gunfight. He sees the head of the castle, but he cannot get it. The rotate will not allow him to rotate, so he is going to have to take the fight onto the castle, and no! Mello will clutch the round onto Tuxie. Oh my goodness, what a round right there.
A couple things. One, Mavericks did a beautiful job of denying the Hibana opening the whole wall. I mean, they literally had that round won, because if you can't get that small tower wall open, there's so many less available options for you to push through. Secondly, I'm not sure why Beware peaked as many things as they did. Like, they literally gave Vane, they literally gave Vane like 3 free kills, 2 free kills, like peeking the same dining door. And then 3, why would you peek? Why would the Valkyrie shotgun peek again onto the Hibana of Mello? I'm not sure why he wouldn't just hold that angle and wait for and wide swing it. He went so far back that the shotgun just didn't do any damage at that point. I don't know. There was just some questionable. I mean, they played that round perfectly, and they had it in the bag. It's just
they really did, yeah.
Some
with the castle still being in the dining, that was such an easy crossfire. Like, he got the kill earlier onto Azure. Like, why would he not just do the same thing? Definitely some questionable decision making right there, but I think that's really just the experience of playing as a team for a long time and just trusting your teammates right there. Valkyrie has to have faith in his castle right there to have his back, but instead he chose to wide swing it and ended up costing them the round. So a little bit of a misplay right there for Morality, but still a great effort there from Tuxie and Morality, bringing back that 5v2. So yeah, I think just showing a little bit of inexperience right there from Beware, and maybe not being ready
Yes.
for the moment. Essentially, I don't know, just thinking a little hasty.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely think it had to do with, I mean, obviously, morality didn't know whether or not he needed to peek that angle or not, and just chose to peek it instead of talking to his team like, yo, you got the crossfire here. Like, should I peek this angle or do you have my cross or something? There was really no need for the Valkyrie or Mavericks or the cat or the Pulse either to die the way that they did. So. Definitely some stuff that they have to work on, and that was a round that they had to win because that was a kitchen and dining defense.
Yeah,
and
if they
now
won that, that would have been huge right there. But it looks like they are going to choose to go back to kids' dorms, which is interesting because that round was a lot closer than the other round. But I don't know, that was kind of off the back of Tuxie right there, really just getting a lot of huge frags. So
yes,
I don't know. Let's see how they can defend, as it looks like really the only success that they've had on this map is the basement, so they really have to switch something up here, but it looks like they're just going to do the same thing. But Maverick will be playing the Elishadi in the kitchen as an unfortunate disconnect there from Tuxie. It's going to mean that it's a 4 versus 5 now for Beware. Maverick, the shotgun really not the gun you want to take that fight against. Oh, he doesn't even have the shotgun, he has the Scorpion Evo, so.
Yeah, so he's changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, he's switching up, but in Rio, you're going to have the definite advantage with the ACOG and the superior weapon at range. So let's see if Vivid is going to be able to get one of his nades. Will miss the drone. Going to throw another one in instead. And so it looks like Vane is just going to be going for the exact same push that has worked so well for them in the previous 2 rounds. As Lethal Gamage is going to be taking a lot of HP from... In Rio, yeah, going to hit a lot of HP, and it looks like... Mav hit an insane shot right there onto Inrio. Great shot, but it might not matter as Azur gets a kill onto Suppressor. That is the only man on site, so really going to be down to the downstairs hold as Mav will try to rotate up white stairs and contest these angles into the kids' dorms. Lethal still underneath. Do they have the holes prepped for him? As it looks like Azur might be rotating underneath to put pressure onto Lethal Gamage, but no, he will go to the big window. So Lethal Gamage is underneath. He needs to start looking through these pre-placed holes if he wants to stop the plant here.
They've got the
Valkyrie
nitrous
cam going to provide a lot of intel, so they know that he's in the site.
Oh.
The pre-placed C4 there from Morality going to pay off. And that will be diffuser down. It looks like Maverick's going to get aggressive on the big window and get another kill onto Mello. So a 3v2 here for Vane, but Bandit on such low HP, it's going to be up to Focal and Vivid on full HP. Focal is going to continue hunting this Bandit downstairs, and it looks like Vivid is going to join him in this task, so they're going to try to equalize it into a 2v2, but it's going to take a lot of time. Focal will equalize the 2v2 into Maverick, so now it is a 2v2. Lethal Gamage going to get killed there by Vivid, so now a 2v1 all up to Morality with that shotgun. Interesting to see how Focal just walked up the wide stairs and killed Maverick, so now it's a 2v1 in favor of Vane, but he will miss the shot to the wall. The shotgun not going to pay off, and Vivid will clean it up onto Morality, so... Whew. Lots to go through that round. Just, I don't even know. Just take us through. What do you think? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I think Azur, he made a pretty dumb play just to jump in that. He knew that Nitrosol was there, and he tried to jump in and see if he couldn't shoot it while he was jumping through. As Tuxer returns, Morality and Mavericks both leave, so that's kind of unfortunate. But so everyone else,
you really hate to see it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a rehost here.
Yeah, but
a 4-2. Yeah, go ahead.
I definitely think that I don't know how Focal just walked up the white stairs and killed Mavericks. The Lethal Gamage. He's not okay. Slash mod. All right, everybody here. Yeah, everyone's on our team. Start it back up. So it's now gonna switch sides. So.
Alright, so it looks like we are going to be getting back into things here. 4-2 advantage for Vane. So, I'm curious to see how Beware is going to handle this adversity that they've been given. They're probably a little frustrated right now with the 4-2 hole that they find themselves in, as they could easily be up 4-2. So, curious to see how they're going to react to this adversity here, and if they're going to be able to pull it together and make this a close game, or if Vane's just going to run away with this right here. As it looks like they are going to be bringing double hard breach and Finka for Oregon, which is definitely interesting to say the least, as really you only need one hard breach, and then Finka is rarely used except by the patented Gaping Ashel's Finka special, and it looks like Lethal will be switching off with the Finka onto Jackal, but
Ooh. So some interesting 6 picks.
Yeah, definitely really odd here that they're choosing to bring double hard breach and no IQ with the Valkyrie and Echo both on the board for the defense. And it looks like Vivid will be setting up these cameras in position to see both sites. And Focal is going to be placing those pre-placed holes that we talked about so much on the defenses for Beware, as those really make it pretty easy to hold from down beneath us. No, maybe he was opening hatch, I can't tell. But yeah, if you open holes in the kitchen, you can really, you can stop them from getting into the site very easily.
My biggest thing, I think, with the double hard destructor is I think that Beware assumed that they would go downstairs first, because I mean, there's no real reason to bring a double hard destructor with Mira being banned, especially like you said on Oregon, which is not a map where a lot of this stuff needs to be destroyed. So some interesting cameras from Vivid.
Yeah, also a really nice outside camera placed on that satellite right there, so
I want to see what that satellite
gonna
looks
be
like.
using that a lot. Yeah, let's see if he goes on to it. Yeah, that's a really good camera right there. You're gonna allow him to see where the attackers choose to push from, as it gives him oversight onto people repelling like this guy, and also people on the big window. So a really nice route cam there from Vivid, as it looks like a completely different attack style here from Beware, as they choose not to go from the tower, and it looks like they're just gonna be going for a street take. And it looks like they will be using that Jackal very efficiently, as I believe that is Inrio getting Jackal tracked in the big tower. So essentially he's trapped in the big tower now, and this should be an easy kill here for Beware with no rotation out. It looks like Mavericks is going to be the one applying that pressure while Tuxie gets his crossfire on the other side. I'm not sure if Inrio has an ADS up here, but it looks like Mavericks will be trying to take this gunfight onto Inrio. The flashbangs will be coming out, but Inrio is not flashed. So Mavericks is going to need some backup here onto Inrio, or this could turn into a straight 1v1 gunfight. Looks like Azur going to get a kill, and Inrio will win that 1v1 gunfight onto Mavericks. So not a great start here if you're Beware. Definitely first minute and 30 down, you've already lost your soft destruction and one of your hard breachers. Lethal Damage going to just make his way up white stairs here. But not really a lot of map control gained here from Beware, and they're really in a bad position as Inrio will continue to roam free in that big tower.
It looks like we even have intel towards the backside as well, as some pre-fires coming towards the armory hall, but I mean, that's definitely a successful roam from Inrio. I mean, he was able to take down the Habana, and then the sledge was easily felt off by a good call out for Azur to just peek that satellite window and take out the sledge. So definitely just not the right play there. Ooh, wow, that pre-fire almost landed right onto the head of Lethal Damage. Inrio is going to find another kill inside of the tower, so really putting in work here from that tower position. He's finally going to decide to rotate, as it's just the Jackal and the Thermite left, but leave that just to the Thermite, the Fragmite they call him, as it's just going to be morality in the 1 versus 4 situation now, as the Jaeger has been downed out, but there's a lot of pushing coming out from these last few defenders as they're just peeking the hallway. It looks like they both want this kill, both Azur and Mello, but it's going to be Focal who runs in and gets the TK onto Inrio, and Azur will finally find the last frag as he just comes running through.
Yeah, it looks like Vane's going to show us how to defend kids' dorms right there, as really just no foothold at all for Beware. The only time they got in the building was very briefly on the main stairs, but really just like big denial there from Vane, and great teamwork from Azur and Inrio, the two out of three of the alleged holy trio for IF that have been together for so long. So really just showing off that chemistry with the callouts and the information from Vivid's Valcams, really working together great to just stop Beware's push dead in its tracks.
Yeah, definitely a lot of coordination from the trio, like you said.
Yes.
And that trio literally has been together forever. They were supposed to go to PC, but no one knows what happened to that. It just their PC got lost in shipping. So
yeah, the PC dream is still yet to be.
Yeah, PC soon. All the bios say, but it's been about like 5 months since he said that. So definitely still waiting for the trio to stop torturing us on Xbox, or I guess not us, because we've already gotten our PCs.
Yeah,
stop
PC
torturing
gang.
PC gang.
That's right.
But stop torturing people like Beware and all these other people. So
Yeah, I guess they still figure they got some unfinished business to do on the console scene. And I mean, they're not unbeatable. They did lose
Oh, yeah.
yesterday to Slinky's team. I think it was Certainty and then like those guys. So
I'm not saying that they're unbeatable. I'm just saying that they've been torturing the Xbox community for about 5 months after they said they were switching over to PC. So
yeah.
I even remember they said they were like Azure like stopped doing Go Forest because he said he was switching to PC. So I was like, all right, bet they're all switching to PC, and that was like February when he said that. So still waiting, Azure, Vivid, and Inrio for you to buy your PCs, or just waiting for them to come in the mail. But anyway. Lethal Gamage, he's definitely not buying a PC anytime soon, and he's going to be the Ashwing trying to come in through dining. So they're going for more of a, I like to call this the 95 take, just because whenever I cast 95, I always like to point this out. And this is literally, whenever I'm playing ranked, this is like, all right, this is what we're doing. I love when this map comes up in rank, because I'm like, all right, we're droning out the west side. People are pushing over here. I'm putting my drone on the dining table, just like Tito's does. And we're going to be, somebody puts their drone inside of kid's bedroom, and we're droning all this west side out, and we're taking control of it. So this is definitely a very proficient take, and what a lot of teams do.
Yeah, for sure. It just allows you to sectionalize the map. Like once you push the west side, you really all you have left to clear is Meeting Hall and then the basement. So an effective push so far. It looks like they do manage to clear out all of the roamers, except I'm not sure if they're aware of Inrio playing in the small tower. Looks like he has the highway window prep, so we could go for a late rotate as the plant goes down through the highway. And with no claymores in custom games right now, shout out Ubisoft, he will be able to get back in pretty freely. So
it doesn't look like
gonna start to
knows.
push down the back stairs, but I'm not sure if he's aware that there's an enemy. Literally, there's two of them actually pushing up. And it looks like an ill-advised peek there from Vivid, but Inrio is going to trade it out immediately. So a good trade there from the. I'd say that's a win for the defense right there.
Yeah.
As actually, I don't know, because they lost to C4, but also Thatcher's gone. So
Ooh.
I'll call it about equal. But wow, great nade there from Suppressor.
Oh, the Macy J nade. All the way from
the
Kids
BCJ nade, so a great nade there from Suppressor, and Maverick's gonna get a kill onto Inrio. So 4v2 now for the attack, as it's all down to Mello and Azure. They do still have a C4 and both Yokais, I think. So Maverick's really gonna have to do his job on IQ to stop this Echo from denying the plant. It looks like he does spot out the Echo drone, but it doesn't even matter. It's a 1 versus 4. He gets the Echo drone. It's now all up to Mello in the 1 versus 4. He gets on the Echo drone, but I don't think he's gonna be able to stop the plant. He does see it, and he will stop it for a short second, but looks like Morality gonna hop right back on it and will peek the Ash. Lethal Damage will hit the dirt as Mello hits a nice headshot, but Maverick's there to trade that out. So definitely a really good attack there from Beware, as it looks like they're starting to fight back a little bit. First round we've seen since I think their last basement defense. So
yeah, so
a nice punch back there from the Beware roster.
That was definitely a much better round in total from Beware. I mean, they looked a lot more coordinated. I mean, the only bad part about that round was that they didn't even drone the small tower, so Inrio was allowed to get that free kill onto the Tuxie, the Thatcher. But I'm not really too sure what that play from Vivid was. It was kind of funny just watching him crouch up the main, like the tower stairs right into the crosshair of Tuxie. So it was a free kill for the Thatcher, but
yeah, maybe a little bit of overconfidence as they were already up 5-2, but
yeah, exactly.
Definitely an ill-advised peak from Vivid, but I wouldn't say that was the reason why they lost the round.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%, but it's just. I just thought it was funny. The mute just looked funny to me. I don't know. It was just weird humor. Just forget that I even said anything. But
yeah, it's definitely funny.
It's weird humor, right? The mute with the elite skin looks kind of funny. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's just
a little gas mask on, just creeping up the stairs.
Exactly. He looked like a little stalker, bro, creeping up the stairs with the little SMG in his hand. Like he holds the SMG so close to his chest. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I've got a weird sense of humor. Right? Don't make fun of me. Stupid Twitch chat.
So it looks like who did they have? The Valkyrie will be swapped out for the Cade this time.
Yeah.
So just gonna try to capitalize off of any mistakes here from Beware, as the hatch is relatively easy to open with the Thatcher, but Azure probably gonna go for the Cade juggle here. And if you if you want to know the way to open the hatch, let me give you some insight right here, stream. Right. So basically, if they pre-place the Cade, it's very easy. You destroy one of the Cades, and then you place the thermite down. And then while the thermite's placing his charge down, you throw the thatcher, and then the pellets or the exothermic charge will go off before the Cade has time to activate. So let's see if Beware is able to effectively open the hatch, as if they're not, that's going to be a huge hindrance for them, as it looks like they're going to be going for that same frontside push here. So
it looks like Inrio is going to be sitting in the exact same spot that he was last round, so he's going to be pre-hitting those windows so he can try to go for that late rotate. But again, like you said, it's not that hard to deny a single K trick. It is a little bit more difficult to deny a mute with a K trick, because obviously Azure just not ready for the Thatcher grenade, as he's just going to try to time it with the X Kairos. But no, it looks like the Thatcher is just baiting it out at this point, so if Azure isn't going to pick that back up, he could possibly lose it. But it looks like he's just playing juggle right now. He's just toiling with it. You saw the Thatcher grenade go down. Yeah, perfect. There you go. But is the Hibana in a place to get it out? No, he actually isn't. But Mavericks gets an easy kill onto Inrio, and all the Electroclaws are down from Azure. So, I mean, you wasted all of the EMPs out, but I mean, not really too big of a deal, as the grenade, yet again, Suppressor, you can tell he's a subscriber to Macy J, so he definitely knows all those angles.
Yeah, he's definitely been putting in the work in custom games. That's not an easy nade to hit right there, so definitely shows that he wants it. I mean, that's just practice right there, as that's a really good play there from Suppressor, as that's now a 5 versus 3 advantage for the attack. Again, it looks like
smoke.
Really, yeah, and that smoke down too. That's a huge pick right there, as really it's all down to Echo to stop the plant, as it looks like Vivid is going to be running that bulletproof cam with Maestro being off the board.
The Echo's already been
going after the defense. It looks like Morality will be going for the plant. Can't anyone stop it? Mav's gonna go backside, won't get a kill, but Tuxie will get a kill. Mavic just a kill for his own onto his Earth, so now it's all up to Mellow in the 1v5. It looks like Mav went for the knife kill right there, but Suppressor is gonna clean it up, so.
Mav was cracked out. He was feeling himself. He wanted that kill.
Yeah.
They all wanted that kill.
It's like a shark in like a food frenzy. When it's down to like a 4 or 5v1, they're like, oh, kill, kill, kill.
It's
like,
like
gotta pad my
blood
stats.
in the water.
Yeah, they can smell the blood in the water.
That way they can pat their stats in the custom game that we're in. And I don't think I don't think Default's keeping stats for this. At least I don't think he is. That just doesn't seem like something Default would do. Especially with the rehost, because I have no idea. I just know that Mellow and in Vivid had like 8 kills before the rehost, and now Vivid.
Yeah, Vivid was playing really well earlier.
Yeah. The
nades and all that, but I don't know, maybe the rehost killed their momentum. Maybe it was a nice rehost, a tactical rehost, we'll call it, from Tuxie lagging out there. Yeah.
And he made it back in, so you can't even blame that on Tuxie, because he made it back in. The rest of his team left.
He did make it back in, so the rest of the buffoons on their team.
The rest of Beware Buffoons. The Beware of Buffoons. That's I like that nickname, the Beware Buffoons. But it looks like, yeah, I keep wanting to call them IF, bro. I'm never gonna get used to this stupid Vane.
Yeah,
it's just not them, bro. But
yeah,
it looks like Vane is gonna decide to go upstairs now. So this has been the only defense that they've won so far. So definitely they're looking to try to get some of their momentum back from the last 2 rounds. With a win, hopefully, on this top floor. As Foco's gonna be setting up this typical holes here. I like this hole. Ever since I found out about this hole here, that's a nice angle onto the bottom of White Stairs, especially if you play it like they are, with the middle wall unreinforced and the rotate hole right there. Because one, that reinforcement not only blocks off the angle from the big window that you can see all the way over to like the middle, like the split here, but it also allows you to hold this angle a lot better onto White Stairs. So I definitely am a big proponent of the rotate hole being in the middle of the wall. But
again, it looks like we will see the double hard breach come out from, whereas somehow Enrio is put on about 1 HP.
Oh, that was Ash.
Going for a little spawn peek or a pre-fire from Lethal Damage here, but now looks like a much better start here for Beware, as they are going to trap Enrio in this small tower, or the big tower. My mistake, but
is that blood? I can't tell if that's blood or not.
Oh, he must have had the angle from.
I think he had the pixel peek here.
Yeah, from outside. So I almost had a nice pick there from Lethal Damage, but he's definitely gonna make Enrio think twice about rotating, as Enrio's gonna be chilling up in this big tower again, trying to go for some picks, as Lethal Damage is gonna be on the flank watch downstairs, and
It looks like they're not going to even try to roam clear him this time. Because the last time they did that, they lost 2 people immediately. So I definitely
so
like
they're
this play
going
better.
for a different approach here, as they just want to kind of leave him alone up there and make him impact the round by rotating and not let him impact the round just by feeding him kills in the big tower. So
Yeah.
I think a good adaptation there from the attack is it looks like Azur will also be put to 1 HP. So a really good start here from the attack, as it looks like Lethal Damage once again dishing out the damage on the Ash charge right there. So he got off of the flank watch, so does he know that Inrio is about to rotate back, as we just saw Inrio hop down the ladder. Inrio's going to go for a few pre-fires through the armory window, and it looks like Azur's actually going to be one going for the flank here. Lethal Damage, get off your drone, get your free kill. And no, he's just sitting on the drone waiting for
Playing it
Azur
smart.
to
He's
flank
playing
here.
it smart. He's just
Yeah,
going to wait
he's
for that
playing it
rotate to come.
a little conservative here. Lethal not wanting to get killed any more than he already has. This game is like morality will be going for the plant, but can they protect this person from the white stairs player? Tuxie will walk in and get the kill, but no, he doesn't miss. He misses the C4, but the plant successfully goes down. Focal will smoke out the plants. Now it's a 5 versus, essentially a 5 versus 2, 4 versus 2, my mistake, for the attack here. Can anyone stop them from counter defusing, as it looks like Suppressor is going to allow the defense to get right up next to him. He does down, so it is a 3 versus 1. It looks like Mello will be sticking the defuse here. Can anyone stop him? It does stop him. He gets off the plant, so now it's a 1 versus 1 here. Lethal Damage versus 2, but no, he's getting the res off. So now it is 2 versus 1. That was a huge res there from Mello, and it looks like Vivid will be going for the rotation downstairs as Mello gets oh, wow.
Was that window? That window had to have been pre-hit. He jumped into that window so fast.
Yeah, he either one hit it or it was pre-hit, but a great play from Vivid there to jump out onto the Ash. He knew was watching from below. But
and a huge play from Mello to go for the pickup onto his teammate. I mean, that Ash charge almost killed the downed Valkyrie. If he had shot that maybe a second earlier, and if Mello had hesitated even a second on that pickup, he may have.
I think that Ash charge could have killed both of them right there.
Yeah,
honestly,
100%. But just not having the angle. I'm not sure how that Ash charge didn't have the angle onto that diffuser. Like, that was kind of a weird angle from below. But yeah, definitely a big brain play by Vivid, as well as Mello, in order to help bring that round back. But I mean, just losing too many people on the plant. They lost their Thatcher, who tried to push in and cover, which I mean was that was he just missed too many shots onto that. I think it was the mute, I guess, on the.
I think it was the Valkyrie. On
the
the
Valkyrie
C4.
on the okay.
Vivid, yeah.
And then the smoke from Kids ended up getting the kill. So I don't know.
Yeah, just you kind of have to expect the smoke to be able to stop the plant right there. So maybe bait a little bit more utility next time before going for that plant, or else just be willing to sacrifice that player with a person in position to refrag. But they got the plant down. But after that, it was really like all Vane for a little bit there. As it turned into a 5v3 real quick there in favor of Vane.
Even though they had 2 people on 1 HP.
Yeah, which is, I really thought that round was going to be in favor of Beware, but it looks like Vane, unwilling to go back down to the basement, is going to be going for the rear tower hold. So it looks like both teams are really unwilling to go to the secondary site. So for Beware, they did not like the kids' dorms hold, and for Vane, it looks like they're really not favoring the downstairs hold at all. And I really don't blame them, as Inrio has held down this top T3 for like a champ here, as I don't think anyone's been able to really get him out of there except for Mavericks. I think one time got him out of there with the IQ, but.
And Mello on the dock. Now this is not a site that I'm used to seeing. I mean, normally, just based on who's on this team, normally you'll see Vivid pick that dock up, but
oh, Lethal.
Oh no, bro, the Ash main, of course, bro, the brain dead Ash main.
SMH, bro, around, not even droning in, man.
Come on now, come on, bro.
Yeah, just an unfortunate pick there for Beware. It looks like just a little bit of sloppy entrance there from Lethal. Not checking out the drone. Here, there's Morality, finally on a drone, but it's a little late, man. Your friend's already dead. It's too late, Morality.
Yeah.
Damage has already been done, but looks like they do have Mello trapped up there in kids' dorms, and Focal gonna get another kill there on the suppressor. Not sure where he got that kill from, but a huge pick there. So now it's a 5 versus 3.
He's repelled on the window
for the defense, and Tuxie gonna trade one back on Mello right there, but it might be a little bit too late, as it looks like Focal going for another pick there. Oh wow, with a hollow. A great shot there from Tuxie. A little bit of a throw from Inrio. Not sure why he was peeking that angle. But it looks like Focal's going to say, all right, my turn to peek. So Focal's going to come back to T3 right here, hop on those Valcams, and the defense end up a fairly good position right here, as a minute and 30 has already passed, and they did take down both of the soft breachers. IQ
They
doing
still
a
got 2
terrible job of
nitros.
getting these Valcams. Mav, what are you doing? You're on my go for team. I need to see some better IQ usage right here.
Worst IQ, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be a good flank. I mean, they still have the double nitro cell from Azure and Vivid, and still the smoke canisters from Focal. So they've got all the denial that they need. And all right, this is just sloppy play from. Oh, Tuxie though, the king of this. He's been trying to bring he's trying to keep his team in this matchup. He's been fragging out all afternoon. So
yeah, Tuxie's played really well so far, but that gunfight right there is going to take him down to about 1 shot, and both Vivid and Focal are looking at this attic hole here, so if they choose to rotate through this attic, it's going to be a death trap right here. Tuxie gonna get close, not sure which side the defense is playing on. Focal looking at that hole. They're both right next to each other. They don't know where he is, but no, Focal is gonna be spotted out on the drone there by Tuxie. So now Vivid and Focal gonna go for some shots to the wall right there by Focal, but no, it won't connect. So Tuxie and them really need to plant downstairs, as they now know both of the attackers are in T2/T3. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. The plant is going to go down from Reality, and it will be up to the defense to stop it. Tuxie will see the shot, but it will get blocked by the speaker, but the plant goes down, and it's now a 2v2 post-plant scenario for the defense. The C4 will come out from Vivid, but he will miss. Their Valcams are giving constant ping, so great Valcam usage. Focal will get 1s, and now it's all down to Morality to clutch it up for the team. Going for some pre-fires right here, but no, Focal will wide swing. He's in meeting hall, and no, it's actually Vivid wide swinging, but Focal gets the kill onto Morality, so the Valcams really proving to be crucial for the defense, as Focal says, my defuse. Get out of here, Vivid, we'll smoke it out. And well played right there from Vane to close that out, 7-4, so really good game. Definitely could have been a lot closer if you'd thrown rounds there from Beware, but I don't know, Beware definitely showed me something there that I really thought they didn't have. I had them, I think, 13th in my power rankings, so I don't know. Probably gonna do another video adjusting them this week, but I mean that wasn't too bad. It was 7-4, but those rounds were really close. A lot of them. Granted, it's Oregon, which is infamous for being the map where good teams go to die. I'm not sure who said that, but it's like a pretty commonly known thing in Siege. But
some pro player.
Not a bad showing there.
Might have been.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Azure knows how to work Discord. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not in here, so I have brain cells.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so I heard you said Inrio was throwing. Can you just run us through like what happened there on a couple of those rounds? You guys really brought it back just because of the mistakes that you guys capitalized on from Beware. So against teams like better teams, I'd say, no offense to Beware, of course, but where they're not going to make those mistakes and capitalize on. They're going to capitalize in those situations where they have man advantage. So like. Basically, what I'm saying is, what did you guys do wrong this game that you're looking to improve on in the future, even though it was a 7-4 victory for you guys?
In general, that game, I think our communication was pretty sloppy, lacking on certain things that we should have been communicating on. Like, there was one dining attack. We tossed one EMP, it got the Cade off, and the guy threw a second Cade at it. That's not supposed to work for 2 reasons. One, you can just toss another EMP directly after and get both Cades, or 2, you can just shoot it off of the wall from the dining door, which we had open, and we had people there. But someone was actually on a drone at dining door, and we didn't communicate that. And also, our Thatcher player, who is in Rio, is extremely retarded. And so yeah, we didn't actually get that second Cade off, and he got away with our Thermite or Hibana. I'm not sure what we were running.
The Hibana. So I remember that was a big deal because I pointed that out. I think you guys expected them to go back upstairs to kids, and it was definitely a lot easier for Mavericks to Cade trick that wall, especially from as far away as he was with no shields no shields right now because of Ubisoft. But definitely a big play for Mavericks that round. And I mean, you guys even still ended up winning that round because you took advantage of, like Oreo said, of just bad peaks from Beware.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did actually win that round too.
Yeah. Mello clutched out the 1v2.
Clutch, yeah, just clutches, and I guess they threw harder than we could. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, and then also, on your defenses, you guys chose to go tower instead of going back down to the laundry room. Was that just because of the nades that suppressors hitting, or like was that just like a on the fly kind of thing, or like what made you guys think like we should go to tower instead of going back to basement, which is generally considered to be the second best site?
That was Vivid's call, and I could understand the call. I probably would have made the same call myself. Because I think us as a team on sites where we need plant denial mostly, so like a downstairs defense on bank or like an upstairs defense on consulate, or in that case a basement defense on Oregon, we seem to struggle a lot. People get away with plants, or they get away with one pick and then a plant, and then the game's pretty much over. So I don't know. We actually never win basement defenses on Oregon. Like I think we have a 10% chance of actually winning a defense, and it shows. We can't keep the hatch closed because Thatcher is up. So Cade and Mute are pretty much useless. They're just like tiny time wasters. Suppressor was hitting those nades on the guy in closet every single time. Moved our ADSs. Um, hallway control doesn't mean much when there's a guy in the hatch. They had the corner hatch open, so that's another they can take to just get some free picks if they wanted to drop.
Yeah.
Air wasn't up. It was just actually the worst to try and
What's
hold.
up? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
You just interrupted our interview. All right, you can shut up. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
All
So
right,
this
so
one you go.
those are my two main questions. Do you have like anything else you want to say about the game, or like what you guys are doing in the? Actually, no. I actually have one more question. So I saw Mello in the chat saying that you guys don't strat, but you dry run. So I'm assuming that means you guys just go through and like tell each other what they're reinforcing and all of that. So do you think that like has a big influence on like how you guys are able to hold your defenses? And like basically, do you think that more teams should like start doing that if they want to take their game to like the next level? Really?
It certainly is a lot more cleaner with our gameplay now that we've gone over position reinforcements and shit like that, and just overall what to do in certain situations. Obviously, we can't tell a player what play to make, but the positioning is just, I don't know, it makes the game a lot smoother now that we don't have to rely on something that's not there when we know it actually is there this time.
Right. So like
So
you
I
are, yeah, you know like what crossfires you have with your teammates, and like just generally what position your teammates are going to be in, so that you can really just hold down the site a lot more effectively. So that was really all I had. If you guys want to add anything.
Anything
free.
you want to say to all the Vane / converted IF fans out there? Anything you want to say at all?
Hashtag fuck Inrio.
All right.
All right, you heard it here
Fuck
first.
Inrio.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Yeah.
And I'm about it too. So thank you, Azur, for that great insight.
All right. Well,
Okay.
on that note, I think it's time for our second game, which is Cracked versus was it Redemption? No.
I think
What's his
it's
next
cracked in '95.
No, that's not. What is it? It's
Is
it's
it not?
Ginger's team. What's their team?
It's Method.
Method. Yeah, Method. All right. Well, thank you for the interview, Azur and Vivid. Do you have any words of wisdom, or is that all, or is this Mellow?
This is
Who's your-
Reborn. This is I don't.
Oh, it's
He
Reborn.
just wanted an invite. I don't know why.
Oh,
he's here,
Reborn
but
wanted to invite.
I'm just
This is
gonna.
all for winners. Reborn.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna end the stream. So thank you all for tuning in, and again, thank you, Azur, for the interview. So we'll see you all.